brain, you're in the nuts domain. Come on in, it's about to begin.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Nerds Main Podcast. This week, I'm with Oliver Voitinuk from Extra Life Radio, as well as Cody Liederbrand and Leslie Strainer from the Crit Confirm Entertainment Podcast. Hi, guys.
Hi.
How's it going?
Greetings.
Oliver, why don't we start with you a little bit and talk about Extra Life. I know you've been on our podcast once before for the game day back in October, but now you guys are looking at Indiana Comic Con in a couple of weeks, and I wanted to hear all about what you guys are doing there.
Well, thank you, Matt. Yeah, I'm with the Extra Life Indianapolis Guild, so we're a group of super volunteers that get together on a regular basis to try and promote Extra Life above and beyond a normal capacity. So I was contacted back in, I want to say December of last year by the folks who were in charge at Comic-Con, and they said that they wanted us to be a big part of what they're doing there, and we somehow become the wardens of the game room. So we have a huge space that we have the responsibility of filling with various games and tournaments, and we were able to team with Rick Barretto with Video Game Palooza, and he's going to help us out by bringing basically a miniature arcade. So he's going to bring 10 or 15 arcade cabinets to the convention, which will hopefully entice folks to donate money so that they can play for free. A lot of these are classic arcade cabinets that have games that everybody knows and loves, but we also have something new that we hope will be a big smash hit that we're going to feature with tournaments. It's called Killer Queen. It's a it's a 5-on-5 arcade cabinet where the gameplay is so simple and straightforward, and the music and graphics are so 8-bit that anybody older than, let's say, 20 will be enamored with the gameplay. So that's a big part of what we're doing. We're also heading up a charity silent auction whereby we've gotten stuff donated from comic book stores around Indianapolis as well as other video game stores, and we're just excited to be a huge part. This is our first big public call out, really, that we've had the chance to kind of show what we do and bring people in and get folks signed up for Extra Life, because playing games for kids is probably the best excuse I could ever think of playing games for 24 hours straight. So we support, our local chapter supports Riley Hospital for Children, but Extra Life is international, so there are over 170 children's hospitals that benefit from this movement.
Excellent. So part of what you guys are doing includes the game room, and Cody and Leslie, you guys are running an endless dungeon there to help raise money as well, right?
That's correct.
Yes, it is.
We were approached by the people that are originally running the gaming hall, and they were fans of Crit Confirm Entertainment, so we decided to come up with a charity event, and we wanted to donate through Extra Life. Last year we raised close to $2,000, and this year we're hoping to raise more.
Okay.
Woot woot. Thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem. We got I think we got a silver medal and a gold medal, and this year we're going for at least 3 gold medals.
Right on. So tell me a little bit about how the endless dungeon works.
Okay, so this was a design come up between Teaspoon, Bubbernut, who is another member, and myself. And the Endless Dungeon is a tabletop RPG event based on the Pathfinder system, and it's all set in motion through the power of donation. On the stage is the storyteller. This is the dungeon master who will lead the people, the heroes, through the Endless Dungeon. There's no set players, which I'll get to that. Anybody who is interested in playing can simply donate, and they donate the proper amount, and they get to go on stage and play. And the idea is that they last as long as possible on stage, and we have 55 pre-made, reusable character sheets for them to choose from to go on stage and play, so there is no hours of creating. So they go on stage with these characters, but there's no weapons, no armor, no potion, and they have to try to survive. And they do this through audience participation, through donation. Either by the players or anyone from the audience can create armor, weapons, or buy potions for the players to help them survive. And the idea is that everybody helps a player, But we all know that it's not a perfect world, and some people are going to want to create challenges and obstacles. So that's why, along with creating aid, a person can also create monsters or traps or outright kill a player for the spot on stage. So not only does the audience have the power to influence the game through donation, but the Crit Confirm crew has a couple people set off to the side to make each one of those creations a unique, customized item or monster. So if they want a robot raptor or Thor's a duck, they can get it.
Duck Thor, yeah. I'm with you on that one.
And our team has like years of experience of building and creating, and we've been playing for a long time. I think between us there's like 40 or 45 years of experience, and everybody that donates a certain amount actually gets a wristband that says Endless Dungeon, and everyone who actually played on stage gets a badge, gets a little ribbon to put onto their badge or their wristband or whatever they want to put it on. And
cool.
So the idea is to raise as much money as possible through crowd participation, and it's all going to Extra Life.
So, and how long will you guys be running this that weekend?
They haven't given us a set time, but the Indiana Comic-Con people were very gracious in building us a platform right next to our table. We actually purchased, a sound setup. Cody knows more about that. And we will have, I think the audience can be anywhere between 75 and 100 people, chairs set in front of this platform, and it's just open to use for us. So we're going to try to run all day Saturday.
Okay, cool. And so who's going to be running the table on the stage?
On the stage will be Bubber Knott. He is our storyteller. He's actually a paid dungeon master. He's one of the only people I know that actually makes a living as a dungeon master or a storyteller. And he's actually really incredible at it. But off to the side, there will either be myself or another girl that takes the donation based on what you want to build. We take X amount of dollars. Or if you just want to come up and I want to buy that guy a potion because he has an awesome beard, we'll take it. And then we send you over to a team just next to me where we help build that custom item. You bring it back to me. You tell me which seat it goes to. They're all color coordinated, nice and simple, like the red chair, blue chair, green chair, whatever. And I hand it off to the dungeon master and it goes into play.
Excellent. So it sounds like you guys have this pretty streamlined and set, and you're ready for the weekend.
I hope so, because that is my job as event coordinator.
as easy as possible is the idea.
Right on. So Cody, she said you know a little more about the recording setup. Are you guys going to be recording parts of this for your podcast? Is that the intent?
Yes, I would like to record. As far as how the setup's going to be, it's kind of going to be once we get there, we'll figure out how it all works. But I'm fairly confident that we'll be able to get the recordings, and I'll probably cut all the good pieces in together and have some sort of follow-up, as well as a picture slideshow for YouTube and anybody else who wants to view it.
Excellent. So have you guys set prices yet for getting onto stage?
Yes, so some of the prices, we only offer Cure Light potions, and that's in effort to lengthen and encourage more donations. So Cure Light potions are $1. And for those who aren't familiar with role-playing games, Cure Light potions are about as limited of a healing item as you can get. And our players are 5th level players, so if they get moderately injured, they'll need at least 2 or 3 Cure Lights to get back up to full. So we start there, and then we have 4 tiers of pre-made weapons and armor that we offer, and these are all things akin to pop culture, so like lightsabers and Captain America's shield,
the Mario
all these
mushroom,
different
things like that.
Yes, and they can purchase these pre-made items for their players or for themselves, or they can opt to create something custom, and that's where we offer our assistance there. So the highest donation that we will accept, obviously we'll accept as much as anybody wants to donate, but the $50 is what we're asking to outright kill a player, and that's where the Dungeon Master will sprinkle his magic onto that player and eliminate him promptly.
Okay. Okay. And how much is it just to get on the stage?
Really, if a spot opens, depending on the amount of people that are there, if the person kills the player, they're allowed to choose who plays next. That's kind of our thought.
Excellent. Excellent. So that sounds like it could be a lot of fun. So you guys should be running. Hopefully, we'll be running all day Saturday. I want to say it's like 10 to 7 is what the hours are on Saturday.
I think I don't know. I know the con is open until midnight on Saturday. I don't know how late the actual hall is open on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
The game room. They're asking us to be open from 8 a.m. to midnight on Saturday. So whether or not
that's what I thought.
if you guys go the entire time, of course, that's up to you. But supposedly our part of it is going to be open from 8 a.m. to midnight on Saturday. I think it's noon to midnight on Friday, and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday is when the game area is open.
I know
David
has run a 24-hour D&D game for the Extra Life charity before, so 8 a.m. to midnight is not an absurd notion to run a game. We'll just see how player participation goes, though.
I think you and I have a different meaning of absurd then. 16 hours at a table seems a little absurd, but yeah, no, I'm with you. It's definitely within the
we're
doable
gonna
realm.
feed them.
That's all they need.
So
food
Oliver,
water.
and some dice, clearly.
It sounds like
Oliver,
you might need to donate to get those kinds of things. So
That's right. Donate to feed the DM.
Donate to feed them. They have to stay up there, guys. We got to get some money up there.
That's awesome.
So, Oliver, you guys will have the arcades area and as well as the gaming area. What's going on at the booth? What can we expect to see there?
At the booth, you'll have the usual suspects. So we're going to have a rotating cast of volunteers that is going to be there, signing folks up and spreading the good word. So we're going to have, I believe, at our disposal, we have 4 different booths, which we can divide up between the silent auction items, so people can just walk by, check out what's going on there, and then we'll have probably at least one booth where we have folks there ready and willing to talk to you about Extra Life, about signing up for it. And our goals for this year as the Indianapolis Guild are to sign up 1,000 gamers. So last year we signed up 800 gamers and to raise $100,000, so an average of $100 raised per gamer. We made it up to $73,000 last year, so we are incredibly confident that we can blow these expectations away just because we're starting so much earlier this year. I mean, March is at least 3 or 4 months earlier than we even started recruiting last year. So we're out there recruiting folks, letting you know what you can do, how you can participate. If you want to be part of the guild, we can talk to you about that. But it's just basically connecting with the public, letting people know what it is, and getting the gamers involved, because I know there are lots of really cool gamers like my co-guests Cody and Leslie were out there to raise money for the kids, so it's great.
Excellent. And 7.5 months or so until the big game day event?
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a head start. So the International Game Day is November 7th. So we've got months, but it's going to fly by.
No, absolutely. So I participated last year. I actually found you guys at Nitty PopCon and was very excited about that. I love Extra Life. I love the idea of helping kids with gaming. I love gaming, so why not help kids while I do it?
It's really a no-brainer.
Yeah. And last year I attended the game day. If you guys are anywhere, where can we go to find information on joining a local guild?
The best way to do that is to go through the homepage for Extra Life, which is extra-life.org, and right on the front page there, they actually, the folks in Utah, which are with Children's Miracle Network Hospitals, are kind of in charge of the whole thing. They have opened 27 new guilds this year, I want to say. So it's about pretty much doubling the capacity for guilds that we had last year. So there is a good chance that if you have a Children's Miracle Network hospital where you live, there's a good chance that there's a guild that's responsible, or at least one in the bigger cities in your state, that is getting things together. And all of us are really charged with the job of getting out there and recruiting. And the best way to do that is by making up our own events, going to local game stores, going to conventions. So if there is any sort of game-related convention, even if it's from Gen Con that's here, that's huge every year, to Hoosier Con, that's a really up-and-coming but smaller, free-to-attend convention. You'll find guild members there ready and willing to explain how awesome Extra Life is and to get you involved. So I'd start with the website and go out from there.
And you don't have to have a guild. You can just do this on your own or with your friends as well, right?
Of course, yeah. The folks that are in the guild right now actually started out as a group of friends in an apartment. I think it was the year or two after Extra Life began, so 2009 or 2010. Our friends in the guild started doing this in their own apartment, and it just snowballed. So the first year there were about 4 people, and then it went up to 15, 20, 30, 35, and now last year we had an event at eBash. I want to give a shout out to those guys who are probably going to host our event this year as well, and we had about 60 folks attend and play games with us. So it just keeps growing. But it's great to. It's so flexible and open that you can get together with your friends, create your own team, and just game. You can even do it on your own. Yep. So it's really open for interpretation, which is
and it can be a game within a game and see who can get the most donations. I like that game.
That's the best game.
So Indiana Comic Con is March 13th, 14th, and 15th at the Indiana Convention Center. You can definitely check that out at their website. Just search for Indiana Comic Convention. And where can we find you guys over at Crit Confirm?
You can check us out at critconfirm.com. We're on Facebook, iTunes, Twitter. You know the spiel. If there's social media somewhere, we're all over.
Everywhere.
Excellent. And what kind of stuff do you guys do on your podcast normally?
So we do several different things. We have Crit Happens, and Crit Happens is our regular. We sit down and talk as friends, as we would normally, and really
very
just
casual pop culture kind of thing.
Yes, and then there is D20 Debut, where we actually take your favorite heroes, villains, and anybody from pop culture and movies and create them into playable Pathfinder characters.
Such as Mario, Master Chief. I think we've done Aladdin.
Yeah, Mulan, Shredder from TMNT. It's a lot of fun, and we sit and argue, and we encourage people to argue with us and debate on our ideas and maybe come up with a better one.
We also have artist spotlights, a lot of local artists, and convention coverage, and any events that we've hosted are definitely on the page. And then our Facebook is pretty updated with pop culture and any events happening around town.
Excellent. Well, I love Extra Life Radio, and I've seen you guys with Crit Confirm around a lot and supported your Kickstarter last year, so definitely check both of those out. And if you can make it to Indiana Comic Con, definitely check that out as well. I think that'll do us tonight, though, and you can find us on Facebook and on Twitter. You can head over to the website and sign up for the newsletter on the right-hand side. You can go to patreon.com and support us there, and you can find our shirts over at /loot. We will talk to you guys real soon.